Wanted to do a quick walkthrough of my Step 22 Pangolin tool roll. It's been a great setup. Use it for most things. It's great to carry in and out of the junkyard looking for parts. It's also good to just jam into the back of the car. You're good to go. Have most things, especially if you set it up specifically for your vehicle. I have a Lexus GX470, so this is honestly a great setup for a lot of Toyotas. I'll go ahead and start with sockets and ratchets. So I kind of have it set up different than anyone else I've seen. I got one of these Mechanics Time Savers socket rails and put some Velcro on the bottom, and I just replaced one of the pouches with those, and it's nice to be able to access to everything. They lock on and stay put, easy to access. I run the Snap-on semi-deeps. This is an 8 to 19 set. Then I have this Snap-on bent handle. What is the part number? FHBF80. Really like the bent handle. It's great for spark plugs. It also gets you some access to stuff that sometimes you don't have access to with a straight handle. I really like the Snap-on hard handles as well. I run all of mine with different colors, just so that, you know, if you're dealing with somebody who may not be super into tools, you can just say, hey, give me the pink one or give me the purple one, you know. My next ratchet is the Snap-on FHX80, which is the old style locking flex. Also handy. And then my third is TH72 MP multi-position, which is the indexing head. This sometimes will save your butt. You have to kind of actuate it like that if you got something that's in a weird position, or you know, you can lock it in different angles if you got to go around stuff. And this one is a 1/4 inch body, but I converted it to a 3/8 anvil. Super awesome. I do have a couple more ratchets that I carry. Got this little guy. That's the TKF72 from Snap-on. That's a 1/4 drive. And then I keep a Koken 3/8 adapter spinner on it, which I can also use for my last ratchet, which is just a standard Snap-on T72 1/4 drive. We'll continue with sockets, I guess. I do carry a crescent. Gotta have a crescent wrench. And then Snap-on. Well, that's a right. Snap-on 1 3/8 or 35, which is for axle nuts. I also have a 32 for axle nuts as well. And I have 17, 19, 21, 22, and 24 deep chromes. And I have a series of extensions, locking wobbles from Snap-on, and straight. I also carry various adapters and swivels, a 10mm hex 3/8 drive, 5/8 spark plug socket, the Snap-on ratcheting screwdriver. It's great to have. Has a good series of bits in the backside. I think that's about it. There are these cool Tone adapters that'll go in a ratcheting wrench, and you can actually then put a socket on those. And those can kind of get you into some weird spots. This one's for a 13. I think I have one that's 1/4 drive for a 10 as well. Miscellaneous, just pliers, pry bars, that sort of thing. Got a little pry bar, Snap-on pry bar, vice grips, obviously, snap ring pliers, the Snap-on tech crimpers. These are like the best stripper crimpers ever. The LN46s, the long needle nose from Snap-on. Those are super nice. They do a lot in one pair. 10-inch Cobras, best tool ever invented in my opinion. Little trim tool. Another little trim tool pry bar. Dedicated flathead. This one happens to be a Mac, but doesn't matter. Some Knipex cable cutters. Radiator hook pick. Lyle electrical disconnect pliers. Not a huge fan of these. I do want to try the Snap-on ones that kind of have the indexing feature. Twin grips. I also don't end up using these very much. They're kind of nice to have for very niche things, but I definitely still prefer Cobras. Long, straight pick all. Little seal tool from Snap-on. SGSR2A. Carry some little Eklund Torx. I don't deal with a lot of Torx, but it's nice to have a little bit of something. I do carry the soft jaws for the Cobras, just in case. And then a little magnet, always handy. Extending. And this is just a Baco farmer's file. That just happens to be in a Snap-on sleeve that I had. And this is a great file. It's got a coarse side, smooth side, and it's got one safe edge. Really nice. I find that they're pretty long lasting and they cut nice. Jam this stuff back in here and move on to wrenches. Just little step 22 wrench rolls, super awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out for now. So these are the Snap-on long double box ends. I carry a 17 and a 19. It's the XFRRM 719 and the 1214. Super awesome. These are expensive, but really worth it. Then I carry 10 to 19 in Snap-on, just standard box end wrenches and ratcheting wrenches. I have little pocket pry bar, punch, spare 10, gear wrench, ratcheting 10. Have a little copper bristle brush and a gear wrench flex line wrench 10 and 12. For a hammer, I have a little 16-ounce Snap-on dead blow. And for a light, I love these Cyclops lights. The Maxion Cyclopses are awesome. They last a long time. The magnet's great. Just awesome. And then I usually have my Milwaukee Fuel 3/8 ratchet in there as well. I usually stick that on the outside of the pouch. And here's just some little markers, things like that. I think there's some thread locker in there as well. And then there's kind of a hidden pouch that goes full depth. And I have the Icon magnet and a rag in there. I keep a pair of nitrile gloves as well. I think that covers it, I guess, except for breaker bar, 24-inch Snap-on with the S77A ratchet adapter. This will fail before the pry bar does, which is kind of nice. About 300 foot-pounds is the limit for this, I found the other day. So they did get it warrantied. It was super easy. But I do kind of like having the breaker bar and the ratchet separate. Well, that sums it up. Thanks for checking it out. Hopefully it gives you some ideas on how to set yours up. Thanks for watching.